Shopify is a global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business and sell more with less effort thanks to the Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/redcircle, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/redcircle now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/redcircle.
Hey, it's Amy Brown from The Bobby Bones Show. Join me in supporting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital for a chance to win a trip to meet Megan Maroney at the 2025 iHeart Country Festival in Austin, Texas on May 3rd, hosted by Bobby Bones. We're going to hook you up with tickets, flights, hotel, food credits, and a meet and greet with Megan Maroney. Take action now to support St. Jude and help cure childhood cancer, and you're going to be entered for a chance to win. Visit iHeartCountryTrip.com to learn more.
Welcome everybody out, man, to the very first episode of the Water Boys Show, man. I am one of your hosts, Trey Boy Play. You can just call me Trey, with my partner right here.
And I am B Rich, man. I am so excited to be finally doing this, man. Let's do it, bro.
Hey, man, what this is all about, man, we are the Water Boys, man, from the Water Boys Show. Hey, man, two guys who love sports. And no, I might not be athletic enough to get on the pro field. I might can't get out there and run a touchdown, but guess what? I can talk it with the best of them. I may have been a water boy out there if I was on the pro field, but guess what? I'm a pro here behind this mic, man. So let's do it, man.
Let's do it, man. Hey, I don't know about him, man, but I'm pretty athletic, man. I could have went pro, man. I just didn't want to go pro. You know, I just wanted to be out here and be a player, man. That's it.
I mean, now, you know, hey, I mean, you did play in college now. You did play in college, but at the same time, I have seen you run.
Yeah, he started running at 30 years old.
I have seen you run. We won't get into the circumstances, but I have seen you run. But look, man, we coming off the heels of the Super Bowl about a week ago, man. And then last night, man, was actually the NBA All-Star Game, man. So where you want to start? Let's start with the All-Star Game, because I always think it's a real festive event, man.
Yeah, so let's start with that, the All-Star Game. I got a chance to kind of catch Saturday's highlights of the three-point contest and the dunk contest. And, you know, who won the Steph Curry, right? He won.
Yeah, Curry. Boy, the chef, boy, splashing them things.
He's up there stirring it up. Yeah. But, like, one thing I've been noticing about my boy Mark Jackson told me about the white boy when he was in high school. Was it McClung?
McClung, the dunk contest one.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
He been doing his thing since high school. I've been on him since high school, and I got a chance to like become a fan. And I just remember like, man, I hope the Hawks draft him when he get. Because I really thought he was.
So you heard about him when he was in high school?
Yes, man. But Mark Jackson had put some of his dunks on his Instagram story.
Okay.
I started following him. Then I saw he
So make sure you clarify who Mark Jackson
Mark's
is.
one of my partners, man.
Okay, because they might think you're talking about
no. He's one of my partners.
Who used to be on ESPN.
Grand Hustle, man.
Okay, okay. Shout out to Mark.
Yeah, he working over there at with Jay Irvin's company. I forgot, Human Resources doing his thing.
Okay.
But yeah, he put me on, and I saw him go to Georgetown, man. I was like, man, dude gonna be that man.
Yeah.
It didn't pan out that way. He still made it to the NBA, and he was with the whole thing. He was doing the dunk contest. I knew he was gonna win it because I just saw him doing the dunks in high school. He was doing unbelievable.
So he been doing it.
He been doing it.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I definitely have not been up on him. I know he won last year. He the returning champ, two-time champ. But I will say this: I do think it's cool that they got some guys who not even in the NBA.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Coming out and dunk because we'll see these videos. Like let's go back to when Zion. Now Zion, he pro now. We know Zion Williamson is the man. He pro now. But I remember when Zion was in like 10th grade, man, in the barbershop, we were seeing dunks of him in high school. Yeah. And so we got these young guys who are so talented in high school and college, some who didn't even make pro, who out there doing dunks just as good as the pros.
Yeah, and that's what I was watching TNT. That's what Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith and all them was talking about. It was like, if Zion would have been in this, with this, they want the names to come out and do that. It would have been like a whole different excitement. And so I think McClung is a very exciting, but they want the names to be out there. But I think if Zion would have been in it with McClung, with another name, them dunks was pretty special they was doing. Just you know what Zion can do. So, you know, hopefully, man, they'll get that together. But it was some amazing dunks. It wasn't boring like how it was seemed like more exciting now.
Yeah, well, you know, everybody want the stars to come out. You know what I'm saying? And so the way I look at it is the way we grew up playing. I'm going to go ahead and show my age just a little bit. You know, I grew up seeing Jordan dunk. You know what I'm saying? I saw Dominique. You know what I mean? Saw Vince Carter. You know what I mean? I mean, Kobe was even in it. You know what I'm saying? From what I remember, Kobe was in the dunk contest. So, of course, you want to see the stars. You want to see the main guys who you sit up, you tune in every single night you want to watch basketball. You want to see those guys dunk. I mean, I would love seeing Ja Morant when Ja Morant is healthy. Right now, he's hurt,
wow.
of course. I would love to see Ja Morant in the dunk contest.
Yeah.
I would love to see him against Zion in the dunk contest. I would have loved to see LeBron when LeBron was younger. So I get it. But since we're not getting that, I mean, I think a lot of the stars, I don't know if they're worried about injury or if they just don't want to be judged in that type of manner. But we just have to accept the fact that they're making the decision that they want to make to not be in it. And let's try to enjoy some of the guys that we can enjoy.
Yeah.
I do like that they took it from where you could try a dunk 30 times. I swear, man, I don't know who it was. I think the dude tried to dunk like 50 times. Of course, I'm exaggerating.
I remember that,
Of course,
man.
I'm exaggerating. But by the time he finally got the dunk, I mean, all the luster was taken off of the dunk. I mean, it was done.
100%.
It was done.
Yeah.
So as long as they're not doing that, I'm happy. They giving some young guys an opportunity to come out there and play. Somebody who might not make their name as a scorer or a consistent contributor out there on the NBA court. But McClung out there doing his thing, man. He out there in the pros, winning dunk contest, showing out, man.
For sure.
Man, what you think about Trey, man? You know, no. Okay, for anybody that don't know, I mean, I guess you can see the A on the hat, the A on B Rich's hat, man. So you know we're Atlanta fans, man. What you think about Trey's participation in All-Star Weekend? He was in the three-point contest. He did make it to the final round. He didn't win it, but he made it to the final round. And they tried to keep our guy out of the All-Star game, man.
Now, I feel like Trey Young, he's been doing it for a lot of years. I think he should have been an All-Star every season he's been in there because he's been like a double-digit, 20-plus, 10 assist guy the whole time he's there. And this year, you know, even though the team's not doing good, it's like one of his better years, and I think he's learning how to play. He's being more consistent. And from the games I've been watching, I've been seeing him hit a lot of 7 3-point games and stuff. I don't know, man. Like, I think, to be honest with you, I think it's the light skin factor, man. I think Trey kind of catching a lot of the light skin, you know.
You dealt with that.
Stuff I've dealt with.
Okay,
So, because I mean, I don't understand, man. I don't know if it's his attitude. I hear some rumblings, but I met the dude and like Trey cool, man. He was cool. He was respectful. Took pictures with my artists. Did everything, man. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm glad he made it. And like I love the highlight when he nutmegged KD. That was hilarious.
Hey man, he gonna do that. I think players be mad about that. They be pissed off.
You know what? That could be the reason.
They be pissed off. I mean, I don't think KD was mad about that, but I think players be pissed off about that, man.
And then I noticed he led the East with 7 assists. You know, he had 7 assists in like 14 minutes. Had 5 points. So I mean, you know, Trey's gonna be there, man. I just pray and hope that he stay in Atlanta.
I mean, you know, I have so many thoughts when it comes to Trey. I'm glad that he made the All-Star game. I think Trey is an All-Star. I think Trey is having a good year. I think the lack of winning from the Hawks hurts him as far as the way the voters treat him. I think when it comes to people judging his game, some of the people who judge his game, I mean, it could be the light skin factor. Who knows? I never had to necessarily deal with that, so I don't know what the light skin factor. But I will say this: if Trey Young was the same size player and Trey Young was dark skinned with some dreads, I do believe that people would respect him more. But anyway, that's a conversation for another day. I think also what hurts him with some of the players is the size, him being the size that he is, and then also the lack of efficiency. Trey could definitely be a more efficient shooter. He could be a more efficient shooter. He could be a more efficient scorer. He could be more efficient when it comes to turnovers. Now, I'm not going to knock Trey as a player because I love Trey Young as a player, but these are some of the things that I hear a lot when it comes to Trey Young. Trey Young, he's not efficient. He shot this for that. He's a volume shooter. He has to shoot this many shots to get this. And I think with the perception, it hurts him. Plus, then here you go for some of the bigger guys, 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", and then you got this guy who, I don't know how tall Trey is, 6 foot, 5'10", 5'11", 6'1", 4'6". I don't know exactly how tall Trey is, but I'm saying when you got a player that's smaller than you out there on the court, smaller in frame and in height, but still putting up 20-something, 30 points, 40 points a game, I mean, I don't think people like that. I don't think they like it at all, and I think it gets held against him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree 100%. Who ended up getting MVP of the All-Star game?
Man, hey, man, you know what? We were going to talk about that a little later in our Ballin' on the 30th Floor set. But I'll go ahead and throw it out there, man. Dame Lillard, man. Dame time. First year in the East, came over. You know, he used to struggle even making the All-Star game in the West because they had so many good point guards out there in the West. And I think another player who, with his height, I think used to get a certain knock on him. He used to struggle making the All-Star game. Then he started making it consistently, and now he moved to the East. That's one of the reasons that Trey Mail got bumped down some. Yeah. But Dame got in. Dame won it. You know, a lot of people up in arms right now because they saying, ain't no defense. There's no defense in it. But, I mean, no, it's not. I mean, what do you want?
Who want to see a nigga out there just? You know, I want to see some dunks and some alley-oops. Hey, I want to bring something up, man. So I was talking. We was having a debate, and I'm telling you, man, you get to some of our debates with me and Doug, man. Doug is one of my partners at Grand Hustle as well.
Shout out to Doug, man.
And he's like everything. If you say this, if you say left, he say right. He always gonna go against.
That's good. That's the way it should be.
So the question is, man, Super Bowl, right? Super Bowl, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl.
What about it?
So now, Patrick Mahomes, he got 3 rings, right?
Yes, he did.
How many? He lost the Super Bowl too, right?
He lost 1.
Okay, so he's participated in 4 Super Bowls. He has 3 rings, and he's, 27, 28?
Somewhere in there.
So
young.
So now, at this stage in his career, is he the GOAT? Is he better than Tom Brady? Or what's up? Like, that's the question. That's what we was arguing. So Doug tried to say, you know, we can have that discussion. And then what made me mad in this conversation, I'm taking it away, but we'll come back to it. He was saying Peyton Manning don't hold a candle to Tom Brady. And I'm like, that's not true. At the time, Peyton Manning, if it wasn't for Tom Brady, Peyton Manning probably would have been winning the Super Bowl. So, but back to Mahomes, we'll come back to Mahomes. What do you think, man?
I mean, we can attack all of that. Since the last thing that was said right before we took it back to Pat is Manning and Brady, right? So I'm a big Tom Brady hater, right? Like, so I ain't gonna lie. Ever since that tuck rule, boy, I ain't had nothing but birds and cuss words for Tom Brady and the Patriots. I'm gonna just keep it real. I ain't nothing but birds and cuss words, and birds.
Hey, you know what?
You know what I mean?
Hold on. Lock that down, take that. That's going to be a segment. Birds and cuss words. I like that. On the first show, the birds and cuss words.
That's all I had for them. Birds and cuss words. You know what I mean? Because I just thought it was some straight BS. But anyway, over time, man, I rooted against Tom Brady so much. I wanted Tom Brady and the Patriots to lose so much after he won again and again and again. And then after 28-3, I gave it up. I gave it up. I finally said, you know what?
Why you had to say that?
I finally said, Brady's the guy. It's a little place of hurt in my heart. But they say you got to speak to let these things come out. You got to have that therapy, man. It's therapeutic.
I still have a scab, bro. That's crazy.
Man, I remember, man, you called me cussing. The first 5 minutes of the call, I couldn't even say anything. You called, man, them playing them else. I flew all the way down here to Houston to watch this game, and the Falcons gonna give it up. But anyway, let's not lose track because we'll lose total track of the conversation. Let me talk about the Peyton and Brady thing. Yes, I do believe Brady is the GOAT over Manning. But me personally, I like Peyton Manning more than I like Tom Brady. Just because at the time, I had never seen a quarterback control a game the way Peyton Manning did. I never saw a quarterback control it from a mental aspect. Now, we're not talking about athleticism. We're not talking about, like how fast they may be, how strong they may be, how pretty of a spiral they may throw. I'm just saying from a mental aspect, and to hear the way players like Ray Lewis would talk about Peyton Manning, talk about the game plan and just what he put into wanting to stop Peyton Manning. I have nothing but high regards for Peyton.
And that's all I'm saying. Like,
but
go ahead.
But he did lose to Brady. And he did lose to the Patriots a lot. And if someone wants to put Brady over him, I can't argue with them out there. All I can say is I prefer Peyton, but I won't argue with you for taking Brady over because Brady and the Patriots dominated.
F all that, bro. Like, it's like this. Quarterbacks ain't playing each other on the field. They're playing against each other.
Correct.
So he played against Bill Belichick, man.
Correct.
Bill Belichick had Peyton Manning's number.
That's why I said Brady
and that's what I'm trying to say.
Patriots.
So that's why I'm trying to say it's like if you would have put Peyton Manning in the same team,
it would have been crazy.
It probably wouldn't have been no comebacks.
So
probably wouldn't have been no comeback.
So look,
but what he was trying to say was Tom Brady wills his team to win, which I can say I've seen it firsthand.
Over time.
But I think that Peyton Manning could have done the same thing.
Over time, he did. Now, what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to share something that I put up It was from an interview that they did right before the Super Bowl on ESPN. They asked Teddy Bruschi, between Pat Mahomes and Brady, is it comparable? And so Teddy Bruschi said, I'm just going to talk on the first 6 years. Pat's first 6 years and Brady's first 6 years. Now, this out of Teddy Bruschi's own mouth. He said that he would have to give the first 6 years to Pat Mahomes because Pat Mahomes put the team on his back.
Yes.
He talked about how with the Patriots, it was a team effort. He talked about how Tom Brady only accounted for 1 touchdown with his arm in their first Super Bowl run. He talked about how they scored numerous special teams touchdowns, defensive touchdowns. Yeah. So this coming from a player who was on the team who won 3 of those rings with Tom Brady, and he's giving it right. And see, I'm bringing it back around to Pat. So I'm bringing it back around to Pat and bringing it back around to Brady. This coming out of Teddy Bruschi's mouth. He thinks that we can only take the first. If we break it down to the first 6 years at this point in Mahomes' career,
I see his point. You're right.
To where Brady was, Mahomes is ahead of where Brady was.
And I can tell you this, Trey. Like when they got the ball back with the minute, bro,
you knew.
I ain't gonna lie. Like I was like, they about to score. They about to score. And see on my bravado picks, I picked that. Hey, it was gonna be a game-winning catch to Kelsey, and I would have won $5,000. And then I remember I was in my clubhouse room talking to these folks in Athens, and I was like, hey, they got Hartman catching the net. I said, should I put a bet on that? They're like, nah, he not playing. So I listened. Man, I would have won some bread if I would have done that.
That's what you get for listening to folks who don't tune in to the Waterboy show.
Oh, man. Hey, you know what? You're right. I'm not listening to none of y'all.
That's what you get,
MS, man. None of them.
You got to tune in. They got to tune in to the Waterboy show. Or they are not in the know when it comes to the sports, man.
Yeah.
But if we take the first 6 years, let's just take the first 6 years with Pat and Brady. Patrick Mahomes is ahead of Brady in the first 6 years.
So me personally, I think Mahomes is better than Brady, athletic wise.
He definitely more athletic, 100%.
So, and I think that he has the same mentality as Brady as a winner. So I ain't gonna lie, like I didn't like Brady and I hated him when he beat us. But like when he went to Tampa and did his thing, I was like, all right, I got to give you your respect because it ain't just it's something about you. Yeah, it's something about you and you inspiring your teammates, and it's something about him, and so I give it to him.
That belief.
Yeah, and I think Mahomes has that same belief.
Man, let me tell you, I saw a clip on NFL Films. Now, people will say, "Hey, man, this man got plenty of bread, so of course he can do this and not worry about it." But I saw a clip from Super Bowl press night when the Chiefs played the Eagles last year, and it was a clip showing Mahomes and Jalen Hurts having a conversation. And Jalen Hurts asked him, "Hey, do you have your family out here? Is your family coming out?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I got a little crib like about 6 minutes from my hotel." And Jalen Hurts was like, "What, you bought it?" He was like, "No, I got a little Airbnb." And he was like, "Man, I got it like 3 months ago." You know what I'm saying? So look, if he got it 3 months, or even let's say a month, if he got that before the Super Bowl, way before, that's that belief, that's that knowing, that's that instinct, that's that no one is gonna get in my way. Patrick Mahomes already knew and was already willing it, not only physically on the field, but mentally, he already knew where him and the Chiefs were headed. So you're right, him and Brady, they both have that winner mentality. We about to win this. We about to take home the trophy. Nothing's going to get in our way. Because, I mean, hey, if Brady didn't get down when they were down 25 points against the Falcons, hey, man, I'm past it. I mean, you can look how you want to look.
Nah, but look,
I'm past it a little bit.
I say Brady had a little bit to do with that, but that was all, Kyle Shanahan and Dan Quinn. Like, if they would have taken the time and done the right things, we would have won. But I do give credit for him scoring and then them 2-point conversions. Man, I had a chance to go to the Super Bowl. I spent a lot of bread, and at the time I regretted it. But now I look back at it, man, that was
an experience.
It was a good experience, man.
You the reason we lost. If you wouldn't have went down there, we would have won the game. You the reason we lost.
So
there it is, right there.
So we're not supposed to cuss and stuff, and I'm still trying to hold on.
No, go ahead.
But birds and turds. What he said?
No, birds and cuss words.
Birds and cuss words.
If you want to throw out a shit or a damn, you go ahead and throw it on out there, man. You the reason we lost. We were doing good.
Man, that's some bull shit.
Go ahead and say it. Until you showed up to the game.
Nah,
boy,
man.
you probably were popping. You probably were on live.
Man.
Boy, you probably were doing video. Woo! Boy, you probably was just like Bow Wow. JD,
man,
Tip, you probably like everybody who was celebrating.
All I know is that when the halftime hit, bro, when Lady Gaga was performing, man, I was just thinking like,
you felt you was in your seat top.
Nah. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I was thinking. I was like, I wish this bitch would hurry up and get off stage so I could think about doing the parade down Peachtree. But I was like, we're gonna be in the parade. I'm finna do the parade. We finna walk down, celebrate like we did the Braves. I was excited, man. I really envisioned, like, for 3 quarters, bro, I knew what it felt like to win the Super Bowl. On God. I knew what it was just the best feeling in the world, bro. Man. And then it's just like my heart was taken out when I called you, bro. I left Brent, my best friend, I left him at the Super Bowl. I went there, called an Uber, got home, and caught a flight the next day. The first person I saw at the airport, man, was Ryan Cameron, bro. When I tell you, like, it felt like a family member died, that's how it felt to me. And I know that sounds crazy to y'all, but I was that hurt, bro.
Well, I mean, this a good thing we talking about because we can pivot back to talking about Kyle Shanahan, especially since the Super Bowl just passed and that he gave up another lead. But you do know, I wrote a poem about this.
Why?
I had to get it out. I'm a writer at heart, man. I had to get the frustration from out of my system, man, and spread it to the world, man. That's the only way.
All right, before you start, we're gonna talk about this later on in the next segment. But I got it. What's the poem about? I got to hear it.
Man, it was something like when the birds fly high and the ship set out to sea, there was a falcon flying high, winning 28-3, running up and down the field, moving swift and moving fast. And for 3 whole quarters, Patriots fans knew we was all on their ass. Tom Brady was looking foolish. Bill Belichick was stuck. And every time the Falcons scored, we played Nuck if you're buck. We were drinking margaritas and my wife was blowing a kiss. And all I could think was, oh man, we about to finally win this shit. Then all of a sudden, everything went flat. It's like my Falcon got shot out the sky and went splat, splat, splat. And as they scored the winning touchdown, I couldn't even take no more. So I told everybody who was over there watching the game for our Super Bowl party, get the hell out of my front door. I'm mad and I'm sick, and I can't take it, man. But that's exactly what happens when you decide to be a damn Falcons fan. Whew.
Boy, man, that was...
I had to get that off my chest.
He actually wrote a poem.
Yes.
What's it called? 28-3?
Well, man, it's called Birds and Cuss Words, F them Falcons.
Hey, man. Hey.
It's called Blank, you son of a bee.
So look.
It's called Dan Quinn, you ain't my friend. It's called Matt Ryan, thanks for trying.
Hey, real quick. Hey, so now, you got to do a poem every
Hey, man, that was from the heart, though, man. Like, it was called Coolio with them dreads. You're looking like Julio.
In the comments, y'all, if y'all like that, if y'all can leave us in the comments if y'all want to see him do more poems, man, let us know, man.
But on the real, man, when I tell you, and we're going to leave this topic alone, and then we're going to talk about Shanahan. Yeah. When I tell you, man, I've never seen my wife as upset as she was, and she got to put up with my BS every day. And so the fact that made her that upset, that's how crushing it was. But, man, let's talk about Kyle Shanahan, right? Coming from fans, not just 49ers fans, because they have a good perspective. They've lost 2 Super Bowls now with him as the head coach. Now, and I think he's a phenomenal offensive coach, right?
Let me say this right quick, and I'm sorry for cutting you off. I wish Kyle Shanahan was our coach, but I ain't gonna lie, I've been rooting against his ass because I do not want to see him win, bro. I do not want to see him because we lost him. And it's out of respect. It ain't out of no hate. I respect Kyle Shanahan, and I'm amazed at what he's done. But go ahead.
Man, so 2 Super Bowls as the head coach of the 49ers. one Super Bowl as the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons. We experienced that firsthand. We're up 25 points and past the midpoint in the third quarter. I mean, what do you think is leading to Kyle Shanahan losing these leads? And you can speak from a Falcons fan perspective on maybe some parallels that you saw between the Falcons' loss to the Patriots and the 49ers, both their losses to the Chiefs.
Okay, what I would say is Kyle Shanahan is a genius, and in his mind, things should work, but it's also a human factor. And I don't know if he considers that, and a lot of mistakes happen in the human factor. I consider the sack on Matt Ryan when Devontae Freeman missed the block and he fumbled the ball, and they got the ball back and had a quick score. I feel like we could have did different play calling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But on that play,
that was a 3rd and 1, by the way.
Yeah, and
that was a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, and so Kyle Shanahan, like in his mind, if I remember right, I think the fast Gabriel was wide open.
Yeah, he
was. He was wide open.
But Matt got hit by Hightower.
Yeah, and so like a lot of them things, the play that the open is there, but it's the fact that Freeman missed the block. If you go back and look at it, he missed it bad.
Man, shout out to Devontae. I'm sure he wish he could get that block.
Yeah, and so I just think that Kyle is such a genius. Kind of he overthinks on some of the plays. He could have just ran the ball and been punted, and it would have been more time off the clock. Yeah. Especially when Julio Jones made that catch, that amazing catch.
I thought we won it right there.
Yeah, right there it was over.
When that should go down as one of the most monumental throws and catches in Super Bowl history.
And let me say this bothers me to this day, and I don't never hear nobody talk about it. On that series, it was a play where we threw the ball and Sanu caught the ball.
And he got face mask.
He got face mask, bro.
Yes, he did.
And I think we was called.
That was the play they called holding on.
So it should have been offset.
It should have been offset.
It should have been offset, bro. Jake Matthews, they called a hold on Jake Matthews. Sanu got, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. Let's go.
But we're just talking about Kyle Shanahan.
I'm finna jump off from the 30th. We actually on the 30th floor. And so we finna get into
it's not worth it, man. Please do not jump, because if you and Kyle Shanahan jump, you'll win, because he gonna lose the lead some kind of way.
All right. So
I'm just saying.
Hey, so look, this is what we're gonna start doing on our show, man. We're gonna try to add some interesting things. It's not gonna be about sports. It's gonna be about everything that we talked about. I do want to bring up, each show that we do, an artist of the day, a song of the day, and an album of the day. And so in this segment, man, I want to bring up the first.
From the same person or different people?
Huh?
From the same, like the album of the day.
Oh, no.
From the same artist.
It don't have to be
different artists.
No, it don't have to be the same. It's just whatever you feel. But today I'm gonna be kind of biased.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna put my artist at front.
As you should.
Yeah, artist of the day, man. I want to give it up to Lil Darius, man. Lil Darius, if y'all don't know, man, he's 18-year-old. He just turned 19 today. Today is his birthday.
What's up, man.
And I want to give him a shout out, man. If y'all want to follow him, it's at Lil Darius, LILDARIUS. I think he's an amazing artist, and I think y'all gonna have a lot to hear from him. All the way from Athens, and he's making his way in Atlanta, man. He has songs with Quavo, Nardo Wick, Rilo Rodriguez, and just doing his thing, man. So if y'all get a chance, man, check him out, man. If we can, if you could put his @ sign on it, that'd be awesome, man.
All right, so one thing I want to ask you, I know you're his manager. You're highly vested in what he's doing. Yeah. But break down, what's his strength from your perspective?
What I like about Darius is, man, like me dealing with artists, his strength is networking, man. I mean, he's, when it comes to me, all artists, that I mess with, they can rap. He's creative, he can rap. But what I like about him is he's made a brand of himself. And then, like, let's say I introduced him to Quavo, but he twerked the relationship. It's been artists that we work with introduce him, and they're like, standoffers don't want to talk, man. All I know is, like, I'm going to the studio with Quavo. Like, really? So he took the time.
He's able to be a real relationship.
And that's what he does. And he does that with everybody. And everybody likes him. So that to me is like 75% of the fight.
That's important.
And then, and he's creative and he can make his own music. I mean, when we signed him, shout out to Martell, IGM, that's my business partner. We both signed Darius. We both put a lot of work into it. It's just not me, it's all three of us. But like, when we signed him at 16, and we watched him grow into the man that he's becoming. So it's gonna come. And me and you've done music, awesome. We've seen it. So it's just patience.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you got an artist that's out networking, got an artist that's taking themselves serious, taking what he wants serious, and building them relationships, man, that's more than half the battle.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't do it. Yeah. And I think sometimes some artists don't know either how to do it or don't know you are supposed to do it. You know what I mean? But the fact that he knows how to do it and he understands that he's supposed to do it, that's big, man. Shout out to Lil Darius.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all follow him. Thank you.
Hey, it's Amy Brown from The Bobby Bone Show. Join me in supporting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital for a chance to win a trip to meet Megan Maroney at the 2025 iHeart Country Festival in Austin, Texas on May 3rd, hosted by Bobby Bones. We're going to hook you up with tickets, flights, hotel, food credits, and a meet and greet with Megan Maroney. Take action now to support St. Jude and help cure childhood cancer, and you're going to be entered for a chance to win. Visit iHeartCountryTrip.com to learn more.